Coming to you from the Safe Space Studios, I'm Brodor, and this is a Why We Game product review revisit thingamajig. You see, not that long ago, I did a review of the Zombicide Chronicles RPG, and I had some positive things to say about the game. And I'll link that review in the show notes, and thank you for clicking, those of you that have. It has been my most viewed video as of late, and I mostly think it has to do with not a lot of people have reviewed this game online. I don't think it's any better or worse than any of my other content, but fuck, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, there is certainly an Achilles heel to this game that I wanted to address because, I don't know, I feel like I want to be honest with the viewer about my thoughts of things, and I'm suspecting that's why you tuned in. I do get some feedback from people that, hey, I'm pretty happy to see that you are willing to say something's a turd if it's a turd. So there's an area here where I think that the game doesn't work, and I didn't really discover it until I ran a one-shot recently at WashingCon in DC, and that was the absence of rules for using your miniatures. Now, I know I said in my review that you can, get out your boards and throw miniatures on and things like that, but we really, in the rule book, it is more of a side note. On page 78, there's just a little blurb that talks about how you can do it. And in my review, I certainly talk about how I use it to build drama. And it's really cool to have that thing on the board and to be able to say, well, okay, these guys are in this square, so they're at range 1. These guys are in your square, so they're at range 2, and kind of bouncing back and forth. But it's still very abstract. There aren't any actual rules in the game for if you want to lay out a large series of boards to make one big map, right? And you want to use your objective tokens and your doors and your barriers and various accoutrements that you have collected over the years because of your fanaticism for these toy soldiers. And it just got me to thinking that, well, if CMON is a game company that makes toy soldier games, then why aren't there some more, well, any really toy soldier rules in this rule book? Like, how far does a survivor move on an action? Can I move on both my primary action and my support action? What are the rules there? And they just don't exist. So I found while doing the con, I just looked at the board game and came up with some stuff, and I just kind of winged it. And it turned out that what I had done worked well enough. Now, I didn't get any direct feedback other than at the very end of the game from my con goers, but I had some people there who the attendees did not know were friends of mine, and they overheard some positive talk. So I think that the mods I made worked well enough, but I'm not a professional game designer, and I have to tell you that it is disappointing to think that I have all this stuff for the game and there aren't more rules available to use it. Now, I could be nitpicky, or this skinny book for 40 bucks may have been a greater cash grab than I thought. I don't know. That is for people smarter than me to decide. All I can tell you is that I want more rules for using my toy soldiers on the table and making some big board encounters so I can have these massive dungeon crawl-like experiences. And if I have to do it myself, I will. The reason I buy games is because people are better than I am at designing games. So that's something that I wish would have been in the book. Now, if you're a Zombicide person and you have ideas on what should or should not be done, I would absolutely love to hear it. And at this point in the video, I will grovel. Please like and subscribe. You can join my Patreon at Patreon/ blah 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 blah. Why We Game. Just go to Patreon and search Why We Game. Subscribe to the YouTube. Thumbs up this shit. Tell your friends, because I guess the only way to really be successful in this is to be a narcissistic whore. And that's really where I struggle, because as much as I enjoy doing this and want your feedback, I feel weird doing the whole, hey guys, like and subscribe. It just seems so fucking sad. Maybe I'm in the wrong arena. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we'll see you next week.